All right, we're going to do a watercolor forest. Light, pretty, orangey, yellowy forest. So we're going to use two brushes. As wide a brush as you have. You don't really want a wide brush and this. If you have a wider one, it's easier, but this is great for the tree trunks and for our background, and this is for our branches. So I'm going to set that aside. We've got our water, our paper towel, our palette of paint. I have 36 colors in here. I'm just going to use our primary colors for this painting. So we're going to be using red, blue, green, and black. And that's all we're going to use today. So let's get started. You will notice that I put tape around my paper, and I have it just taped down to my table. Ask your parents if that's okay before you do that. This kind of tape is a special tape that easily releases from the paper. It still can rip, so you have to very carefully pull it off. But it helps to keep the ripples down, and helps it to dry flat after it does dry completely. Because paper, when you put water on it, gets all those ripples. So we try to keep that down. It will still get the ripples, but that's all right. All right, so we want to get this nice and wet. Nice and wet all over here. So I have seen it with my students, many use too little water and many use too much water. So watercolor is this, it's just as you practice, you learn how to do it and you figure out, okay, that's the right amount of water. Nope, a little less water. Ooh, that needed to be drier before I put that on, because it all kind of spread where you didn't want it to spread. Well, that's the fun. It's all a learning process, right? All right, so we've got this nice and wet. I'm going to look at it from different angles to see where it's shiny and where it's not shiny. And where it's not shiny, put a little more water on. Get it nice and wet. All right, make sure you are using watercolor paper. If you're using it, if you don't have any watercolor paper, well, that's okay. I'm going to do a nice big circle, but it's just going to be a little crazy to use not watercolor paper. So what we're wanting to create here is the light part of the forest, the background, to darker and darker. So I'm going to start with yellow and then go to orange and then to red. Oh, that's right. I'm using orange too. Sorry, guys, when I told you what we were using. I neglected to say we are using orange. So see how it's bright right there? That's great. We want it to be a little brighter over in the sides. We are creating a gradation. Gradation is one of those great words that means going from lighter to darker or from one color to another slowly as it transitions. So that's what we're doing. We're creating slow transitions, which are called gradations. Gradations with color and with brightness, or how dark it gets. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. This bottom part isn't super critical to have this perfect because we're going to be painting over it with other things. But it's nice to have things complete, right? All right. There's our yellow. Now we're going to go into orange. And we're going to start out here. Start at the outside and pull it in, because by the time you get into the inside, less and less paint is on your brush, right? That's what we want. That creates our gradation. Although we do want more paint into here, so I might start some of it a little bit further into there. All right, now do that for all four corners. My pan sizes are small to get, whoa, that's not good. We don't want that. See how my blue just got into my orange? No! No, Thomas, no! We do not want that. Alright. So I'm going to try to keep my brush out of that blue. That's an unfortunate positioning there. blue and orange, when they get together, they make brown. It's not what we're going for yet. We will want brown, but we're going to make our brown in a slightly different way. Oh, I got blue in it again. Takes a little while, doesn't it? Beauty takes time. It's got really light in here. Add a little color. Add a little color. Alright, one more corner of the orange. One more corner. Almost done. Alright, I'm feeling that's pretty good. Red. Red. Nice and wet red. Red tends to be pretty bold. Most reds are very bold. So go easy. Especially my red has been moistened. So this is the second time I get to do this painting today. Unfortunately, I forgot, or I didn't forget to push play or record this on the last one, but I did. So I was happily painting, and it was not recording. So here's my second one. All right, I'm feeling good about this. You feeling good about yours? Okay, here's what happens now. Now we need to let it dry, because we are going to put trees on this, and we don't want to do it right away because any paint we put on here will spread. Here, I'll show you what will happen. See, when I do that, it starts to spread. It looks kind of cool, but it does start to spread, and we want our trees to have some definition to them. So we're not going to do them right away. We're going to let it dry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a hairdryer and I'm going to dry it. So we're going to take a little pause and let it dry, or dry it with a hairdryer. All right, I made sure I actually pushed record this time. So here we go. We are going to make a brown. And I had some made from earlier, but I'm going to show you how to make it. I'm going to take red. And blue. And make a lovely, what color? Purple. So the red I'm using is a very orangey red. I realize it's not really a primary red, is it? If I had used a primary red, like that one, this would be probably really a lot brighter for purple. You'd be able to see it easier. But in order to tone it down, to get a little bit more brown, we're going to add a third primary color, which is green. To get a little bit of a tone down, not so purpley. Maybe add a little bit more. There we go. See, that makes a nice brown. So I want to water this down a lot because this is our background tree. This background tree and background land. I'm going to show you how to make that background tree and land. All right, are you ready? Background land. Little rollies. Little rollies here. Do you see it? Rolly. We don't want waves. Slight rolls in the landscape. It's very nice. Now we're going to put our trees on. Ready? We're going to keep our trees pretty narrow, so I'm not going to push down real hard on this. We have it come up lightly. This is a background tree. We want it nice and light. We want it coming out of this area. See how our trees are wider on the base of the trunk? They don't have to be perfectly straight. But we like them a little bit straight. Now I'm going to put another really narrow one right here. So I turned my brush to make it narrower. Now I'm going to put a narrow tree up here. it up a little bit right there on the bottom. Maybe a little bit on the side so it's not perfectly straight. Make sure it doesn't get weird. Probably making it a little bit weird, but that's okay. Alright, now look at how we just got almost a stick seal. Okay. Now I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna make this right here. For another one more background tree. Now we're gonna use our nice pointed brush for our tree branches. And watch how I make these. I'm going to come up, I'm pushing so it's a thick, and then I'm pulling it and making it smaller and smaller as it comes out to a point. Do you see that? Branches get smaller and smaller as they go away from the trunk. So watch again. We'll make a lot of little branches coming up from there. And this part I'm not going to make probably as many as you will make. But you can have fun with this. Don't get crazy. Just do a few. Because we got a whole another painting. We have more trees to make. Right? We have more trees. Here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to have two big branches coming out of the same section. That rarely happens in nature. You don't want to do that. Do some more in here. Maybe a low-lying branch here. Now some more over here. I'm running out of paint. All right, there's our background trees. Do you see how I kind of lift up at the end to get that nice point? That's what we want. We want to lift up and get a nice point. All right, now we're going to go and make a darker set of trees. So we're going to take this one. This is our darker one. See how that's a little bit lighter, it's a little bit darker. I'm going to add in some purpley. Because I want a little more purple than that. So blue, clean off your brush so you don't contaminate. And red. It's almost red. Wow, that really takes over. That red is so strong. Put a little more blue back into it. All right, now it's kind of more purple. I like that. All right, now we're going to do our land. It doesn't have to be exactly straight across. This part coming in a little bit more makes it look a little bit more natural. Right? Have one side coming in more. Alright. I like that. That feels good to me. Now we're going to put in trees. These are going to be a little bit wider. And I'm just going to do two of these. I'm going to do one right here. Oh, I got some dry brush going on. Add some water to my paint to make sure that doesn't happen again. Cover that a bit. Get our All right. Next. Do another one right here. Get our trunk wider. All right. Now we're going to go into our branches. Whoa, that one got. See how thick that is compared to this trunk, this branch. You need to thicken up that branch so that doesn't make any sense. Trees do not go that way typically unless there's quite a knuckle in it. Thicken that part up. There we go. Color in there. All right. This one's pretty good. All right. I think I'm going to do this one a little darker over here a little bit more because that was more too thick right there. All right, we're ready for our last group of trees. Are you ready? All right, so this that I had made earlier is red, blue, green, and black. So I'm going to make a little bit more because that's not going to be enough for all that we need to do. So here it comes, red. Blue. That's a nice purple. I like that. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to put any green in there. I like it like that. I'm going to clean off my paint there. Clean off my brush so that we can keep my black. But I'm not going to put much black in because it's very powerful. Black is a super powerful color. So, and we don't want a lot of it. All right. Are we ready? Maybe one. Okay. There we go. Ground. I'll leave some of the light. I like some of the light poking through. Kind of gives it a neat texture. Okay. Now, where am I going to put these trees? Let's see. Put one really wide over here. More water. Widen it out at the bottom for our trunk. How about one right? More water. Come down from above. Widen out our trunk. Give it some texture. All right, we're ready for branches. What do you think? Actually, I think I put a little bit more down here. Thicken that up. That trunk needed a little bit more detail. With the foreground, you want to have some decent detail so it looks real, right? You want to get those foreground ones to be your focal point. So you want those to have some nice detail. All right. I'm looking to see where I want these branches to go. My paint got a little watery. I'm gonna add. I need some more paint. Ooh, that's really dark now. That's too dark. I'm gonna add some of it to here. Might be a closer color. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, see, pretty dark. But it'll work. See how I'm smoothing it down that line so it doesn't have just this abrupt end to there. You don't want abrupt. Abrupt is just not good. Ooh, I kind of like the dark. Add some texture into that tree. Nice. All right. Add some texture into there. I'm going to go back to the light color and put a light color texture there. This one. There we go. This is going to be a really big branch. Give it some texture there. A little more right here. All right, I think you get how it's supposed to go. What do you think? Are you getting it? One more branch here. Whoa, I had the wrong angle on my brush for that, didn't I? Put that together so it looks right. Alrighty. All right. All right. I'm feeling like this is looking pretty good. What do you guys think? Nice? Nice? I think so too. All right. All right. Looks good. Now let it dry. If you have the tape on, keep the tape on. And let it dry. But I want you guys to see it with the tape off now. So I'm going to let it dry. Do you see how I'm pulling the tape off to the side? And it's almost like it's pulling off at a diagonal. That helps the paper, or the tape not to rip off the paper. Don't wait too long to take your tape off, because the longer it sits on there, the more it adheres and pulls the paper off. Voila! Have fun, guys.